As you will know, Truefire sponsored this channel, but I wanted to just shout out that at the moment they're doing their best deal that they ever do, and a bit better. So on Black Friday, they actually made the All Access membership available for $79. All Access membership lasts a year. Basically, you can dip in and out of all of their courses on there. Amazing players like Robin Ford, Andy Timmons, Tim Miller, etc, etc. Check out the link in the description if you're interested. I've been thinking about making this video for a while, and I was just thinking, like, what is like the most professional pedal you could buy, or the most pro move that you could put onto your pedal board that you see like pros doing? And I kind of figured, like, people use like lots of different drive pedals, people use lots of different delays for different things, you know, lots of different pedals, but like the one sort of thing, I think it's a Boss GE7. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Bukavac's got one on his board, or at least a modified version of one. I think this is, I bought this one just specifically to make this video off of, I can't remember where, somewhere. But this is one of the newer Boss GE7s, which I think that now they're surface mount and stuff, and also there's been some improvements, so they're apparently lower noise. Apparently the older ones had some issues, so I think Tom Bukavac's got a modified one. But like an EQ pedal on a pedal board, a pretty pro move. I can think, like, there was a gig this year that I did where I was playing a Bad Cat with the Nobels ODR1, and basically in that room I was intending to use the Nobels ODR1 as a rhythm pedal, and I was using a different guitar to usual with some slightly higher output pickups, the PRS Narrowfields, and I was kind of like, this is too much bass in this room. And on some of the more recent Nobels that maybe don't sound exactly the same as an ODR1 original one, not that I had them with me anyway, so I was kind of stuck with this, they got a bass cut. If I had one of these on the board, I could have just gone in and done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a super functional, not the sexiest tool ever, but I think probably the most pro thing. Let's dig in and see what it sounds like, I guess. have done a video in the past with a Empress Power EQ, which I think is another pedal that Tom Bukovac really likes. Say for instance, there's our clean tone. So we could just use this as a straightforward boost. And particularly when I think about, you know, how people sometimes talk about transparent boosts and stuff like that, potentially an EQ pedal might be. So there, removing some mids to kind of give it a bit of a glassier. You know, we could do like a smiley face type thing. So that's doing like a lot to kind of excite that tone. Just pushing the front of the amp with a bit of an EQ. You could do the opposite kind of approach, where you're now sort of pushing the mids a bit more. You know, we could add in a bit more. Adding in a bit more clarity there, or just keeping it juicing clarity. Just super powerful in this regard. So let's move it back to like flat and now see what it does if we put something like the metal zone in front of it. So now we're back to flat. Okay, so now I can start listening. If I wanted something more glassy, again, get back in and scoop these mids a bit potentially. If something like a Tubescreamer and you had your bridge pickup and you thought that's actually cutting bass too much, it feels like the arse is falling out of it, then you could kind of be a bit surgical about this. And you could say, well, maybe like around 400, 800, it's a bit honky feeling. And you could maybe cut that ever so slightly. Maybe it could have a bit more clarity. You can kind of think, okay. Like kind of tweaks that you can't make on the actual pedal itself, really.